Oh my God, would you hurry up? I'm trying to make a video here. Thought he was driving like a big motorcycle. Hey, that exhaust is illegal. Okay. So, does solo travel, does it get lonely? Yes. First of all, yes and no. I think it all depends on what kind of person you are. Are you a codependent kind of person? Do you need another person in your life at all times? If so, you probably will. Maybe it'll be good for you if you do that. Are you the kind of person that needs your friends? A lot of people do want to go travel with their friends. They want something to share with other people. But there are a lot of people who do solo travel, and I think it's a good thing. You hardly ever get bored, and it's really good for you to open up your eyes, and people will let you in more, especially like the local people, which is really why you travel, which to me there's a difference between travel and holiday vacations, you know. So yeah, if you're traveling, especially for like a long term, even if you are with some friends and you guys are kind of going in the same direction, maybe split up. Would I be lying if I said it didn't get lonely at all? Yeah, I would actually. Sometimes I get a little lonely. In Laos, sometimes there's nothing for days, which is nice, retreat, but I was without seeing anybody that could speak English for a couple weeks. But that's only in the north of Laos, where there's hardly any people except for village people. But in most of Southeast Asia, I'm in Thailand right now, by the way. And so far, this is the first time I got on a dirt road. In Thailand, I haven't seen any actual villages yet. I've only been in Thailand about 200 miles now, so I can't say there's not any villages. But anyway, all of Southeast Asia has a pretty strong tourist industry. Now up in the north of Laos, like I said, where I was, they don't really go over there. They just kind of drive through all that to get you to Vietnam, to the border. But if you don't want that lonely travel, you will always meet other people, especially if you are on an actual tour, what I call more of a holiday feel. You will go to the hostels if you're a younger person. I made another video about hostels versus hotels. And it really all depends on how young you are and how sociable you are, and if a nice room is really what you need or want. And if you're older, you probably do want that. It doesn't mean you're not allowed to go to hostels if you're older. So you will meet other Western people. So it's nice if I really, really get a craving to socialize with other people who speak English. I can go to those places and meet those people. Personally, I'm on kind of an adventure, so I like to seek out local stuff if possible. Not always possible, not always easy. Hello. What you got? Yam? Yam.
Okay.
It's like potato. You eat? Yeah? Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, you roll cigarette.
See you again.
Yeah. Oh. It's like thuốc lào in Vietnam.
Oh, Vietnam.
In Vietnam, yeah. In Vietnam, thuốc lào. Tobacco. Very strong. Ooh. Yeah, no good.
Where you come from?
United States, America.
America.
Uh-huh.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. It's beautiful in Thailand.
Okay, okay.
I love it. Go to Kon Kam.
Con can.
Kon Kan, yes.
Okay.
Okay, have a good day, sir. Thank you. Well, I hope you guys enjoy that little interaction. I tried to make it quick. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, though. In Vietnam, it was also really easy. Oh, I'm in Thailand, by the way. You got to drive on the other side of the road. Yeah, something like that. If I was on my way to Kon Kan, it's a city up here, and if I wasn't making a video, I'd probably sit and chat with those people a little longer. And they'd show me what they're doing. You can see they're getting a bunch of yams out of the thing. I'm just making a guess, but usually how that goes when you interact with people like that, they'll take you in, let you meet their family, maybe eat some food with you, which is a really great experience. And that makes you feel less lonely for sure. It's like you're on a real journey, man, and I love doing that. So it really depends on what you're after. The loneliness factor, if you have a friend, that's great. If you can meet other people at hostels, that's great. If you don't need to speak your own language, then you could do what I do, and it's not super hard to find someone that will speak English and actually befriend them. And I think that's the biggest thing. Sometimes you get lonely if you don't have if you have a language barrier. So if you can find a local that speaks English, you've just made probably a really good friend for life. That's how a lot of the ones that I've made really good friends with that are locals, they can't speak English. So we can actually have a bonding experience. Not that you need to speak the same language, but you know what I mean. You can ask them like about their family, get some real answers. So you can do that. You can even find a lady friend. You know, people always are hooking up on the road, especially at the hostels. They're a bunch of younger kids, and there's a lot of hookups that go on in those kind of places. And now in the world with all the dating apps, you can always find someone to hang out with when you get to the town, especially if you're a nice looking American man, such as myself. Just kidding. Sometimes the Asian girls, they really like that, sometimes. So maybe if you want a girl in your life, or even for a couple days, you can kind of hang out and have a little bit of a better time. But of course, as a traveler, you're always on the go. But then again, it's not forever, you know? You're always going to go back to your home eventually, hopefully. Maybe you find a girl you really like in the country you're in, you like the country, and you just settle down there. That's another advantage about being American, or for the most part Western. It is pretty easy for you to almost settle down in most countries, I believe. I know most of them will give you an English job, which isn't everybody's thing. Those are a dime a dozen. You could probably get any job you wanted if you searched hard enough, especially if you can speak the local language. And yeah, it's not forever. I get lonely on my certain days, but who doesn't? But other than that, I think it's really eye-opening. And I think most people should travel that way, or at least try to experience. Nothing wrong with how you travel. If you do it not like that, that's fine too. I think it's a really good experience. I'm by myself on a bicycle, and you know, that's a real whole other kind of experience compared to the backpackers thing. I'm out here, I gotta fix the bike myself if something goes wrong. Oh, that's another thing. If you're by yourself and something goes wrong, and maybe your motorcycle, sometimes people rent those as well, it's easier for you to get a local to help you if you're by yourself. Because if you have your friend with you and they see you guys on the side of the road, most likely, not all the time, people are very friendly. They'll stop and help you if you need it. But if you're by yourself, they'll be like, oh man, that guy's all by himself. We can't just let him sit there. Let's go help him. So yeah, there's definitely perks to traveling alone. There's also cons. So take it how you want it. But I like this kind of travel. And yeah, it really depends on you as a person. So if you think it's for you and you're not codependent, then maybe try it out. That's all I'm saying. So yeah. And would you look at the beautiful Thai country land out here?